Oh, I was thinking about it. I think our intro's kind of gay.
I kind of love it.
You kind of love it? All right, we'll stick with it for now, but we should, in the back of our minds, be trying to think of a better one.
Of a less gay
intro. Less gay.
I don't know. I'm all for a gay intro.
Okay.
It's the Moose Lounge. I mean,
all right, but
we don't judge.
We judge
the audience.
Gay in the lame sense.
Well, that's not how you use the word gay, brother.
Yes, it is.
2023.
That's one of the ways.
Welcome aboard. All right. Well,
we'll stick with the old one. Welcome to the Moose Lounge. Get ready for some good times.
Smooth ride.
Here at the Moose Lounge. All right.
Now I could just tell you're not that into it.
I'm into it. I'm into it. I just think we could do better.
Let me know in the comments if you think he's into that intro, because
he's brought up. What's our lady's name that loves you? She's, I think, has a high.
We'll pull up the comments. Okay. Well, actually, don't we usually start off with our previous comments?
Should we do that?
Yeah,
sure.
If we're realistically trying to reach out to people, this we're catching them right
first
now.
Few minutes.
We're losing viewers with every word we speak at them.
We are. I say we dive into the topic and we'll save that for towards the end.
We'll pop it through the middle. We'll just do a random, so that way that if you're looking for your comment reply, you got to watch the whole thing. You can't just skip to the beginning or end. Yes. We're going to surprise you guys.
All right. Well, today we're going to be reviewing the 7 modern wonders of the world. 8, technically, if you count the pyramids of Giza.
Why wouldn't we?
Because they were part of the list of the ancient wonders of the world. And so when you look at the list online, what it shows is that it has 7 new ones, and then it has honorary pyramids of Giza in like a different color, 8.
I feel like the Pyramid of Giza has just lasted to deserve both titles, right? Like,
yeah. Well, I think the idea is that these are the new wonders. I think they wanted a whole new list.
Okay.
I don't know.
And they were just like, fuck.
They were like, we can't not mention the only one that stuck around all this time.
I wonder if some people like hate that the pyramids are even somewhat on this list. Like big, like,
oh, dude, I bet it was so contentious at the convention when they decided
this. They've had their
time. Yeah. They're like, pyramids again? Can we get over this, please?
They're not even perfect triangles.
Yeah. You know what I think is crazy is that on the list they don't list a single skyscraper or anything. Like the tallest structures to have ever existed.
Well, and when were these modern wonders starting to erect?
What do you mean starting? Like when did they decide the list?
Like, I mean, I don't want to jump ahead, but like, what are some of these modern wonders? Are they like how modern is modern? I guess is the question.
It's basically AD.
So yeah, like I imagine skyscrapers didn't come around until.
But they made the list in 2007. So that's what I mean. Like,
so they could have.
They had a few good ones up by then, and I get it's more temporary. It doesn't have that same eternal majesty, you know what I mean, of something that's going to be there for hundreds of years, but it is still, I would say,
I guess it depends on the skyscraper.
You'll see, we're going to look at some of these and you're going to be like, maybe skyscraper instead of this one.
Okay.
Yeah. But nice. You want to pull them up? Just pull up a list of the 8 wonders of the world, one that describes it preferably.
Sure can.
We probably should have done this before we got started.
Hey, I mean, it's part of it. We can riff right now.
We can, riff on Brian's Googling
of the world. Oh baby, I guess Wikipedia is fine.
Yeah, but we'll have to click into them.
That's fine. I can make that happen.
Okay. Let's scroll down.
Are these the ancients?
No, this Wonders of the World. Scroll down. There'll be a list.
I thought that was the list. Is this it? The
new 7 Christ the Redeemer. Yep, that's the one.
So I guess we should start with the obvious ones.
We should start with the obvious ones. So, I mean...
Wall of China.
Great Wall of China.
Sorry, my apologies.
Top of the list. So we're now starting. It's this. We're going to cover the 7. Maybe we'll get to the pyramids.
Okay.
New wonders of the world. First on the list, not because it's the most wonderful, but just because it seems to be...
the most obvious.
Great.
At least in my mind.
It's not alphabetical. Yeah, most obvious. Great Wall of China.
Like that one is the one that you've heard of all the time. You can see it from space, if I recall correctly.
There was a myth that you could see it from space. It is untrue.
What?
Dude, it's like 10 meters long or 10 meters wide. You can't see that from space.
But can't you see like the land structure or some shit?
No, it's too narrow. Way too narrow. If you could see that from space, you could like see something I wrote in my lawn with a lawnmower from space. You know what I mean?
I just wrote Great Lawn of China.
The Great Lawn of China. And it just
all right, let's see.
It just says how's the weather up there.
Great Wall of China often cited. It's not visible from low Earth orbit without magnification, and even then can be only seen under perfect conditions.
Yeah, it's not. You're not peeking out the window.
Why did they just lie to us about so much bullshit?
I don't think they lied, dude. I think it's like little kids say it, and it's almost plausible.
Why were those little kids lying?
Because you know how kids are. Those sons of bitches.
They say the darndest things.
But it's the same as like the idea that
is that not okay to say anymore? Because that's
kids say the darndest thing.
Wasn't that Bill Cosby?
I don't know. I thought it was like a skit from a show or something, like a late night show. I thought it was
like Bill Cosby's "Those Kids Say the Darndest Thing." We'll get back to that. Continue.
We'll get back. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, it's like one of those lies, kind of like when you were younger, did you hear people tell you that the toilet flushes in the opposite direction south of the equator?
God, no.
No? That was a big one in my school.
I mean,
they were like, it flushes this way because we're north of the equator, but south of the equator,
down there, it
flushes the other way.
I don't think that was a common rumor spilling around my high school.
I bet it was. Not at your high school, but like not even high school. This was not high school. This was middle school.
We knew the facts by high school.
We had Google by high school.
That's true.
We were all set back. But
nowadays, kids, they all got Google.
Mm-hmm.
They're Googling everything, probably.
I know, dude. It's crazy.
There's no more lies.
That we were.
Is Santa even real?
But he kind of gets rid of some of the fun of just arguing over something neither of you know for sure.
Yeah,
like that's kind of fun sometimes.
I mean, that's essentially what we do here.
A little bit. We Google it eventually, but like
that's a good point. We got right to the chase with that Great Wall of China.
Yeah, we did. Well, I knew
I
that
wasn't
one.
about to defend that one either.
I knew that one. Like I was very sure.
Yeah, and like there's no way I could be sure. No, I've been to space, bro. I've seen it.
I've looked. I
saw it with my own 2 eyes.
I saw it in one of the photos of Earth.
That's where I thought. That's where I was gonna go, but like you seemed confident enough where I backed down.
This is one of those ones where I had to check it.
Oh my gosh, dude, are we not recording? No, we are.
Okay,
I was looking at that.
Yeah.
Kidding.
But yeah, so something interesting about the Great Wall of China is that apparently it sucked for defense.
Seems like not the greatest defense.
It's too long, obviously.
Say, like, what do you have, a guide every
100 meters or something? Like it was mostly a political thing, like a political propaganda kind of thing.
It definitely sounds cool. And back then, they probably weren't aware of how defense good it was.
Or dude, it might have even been helpful just as a deterrent. Other people heard like, oh, China built a
great ass wall,
200-mile.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean.
Like, how long is it? How long is the wall?
Touch my shit. Let's see. Apart from defense, included border control. I guess that makes sense too. The long wall, 10,000 miles.
It's not 10,000 miles.
I feel like it should just size 13,000 miles.
What? Really? Just Google Great Wall of China length. 13,000 miles? That's, it's more great than I expected. Jesus Christ.
All right, bro. Put some respect on its
damn.
name.
I'd take it back. Maybe you can see it from space.
So impractical to defend.
13,000 miles? Jesus.
Even if you have 13,000 people.
It's one every mile.
Every mile.
Every mile.
Yeah, and they don't have like phones.
Oh my God. Yes, that's where you ever see like in Mulan. Was it Mulan where they light the torch? Yeah. What a cool way of communicating.
Can we see this on like a map?
Mm-hmm. Right there.
I want to see it like this map. I guess that is as good as we're going to get.
Mongolia basically just is all against all of Mongolia is what this is.
Well, you mentioned we were going to do these 7 wonders and we were going to essentially be critiquing them. I don't know if I have any critiques on 13,000 miles. That's pretty
Well, I have some critiques. How about shorter? So they can defend it.
Yeah, like more condensed.
Yeah, like
thicker.
If you look at the photos, it's like the wall is going over mountaintops, not places.
Well, I also imagine that made it easier to get through.
True. I mean, it was a trap for transport. I bet. Yeah, that's a good point. They're in the inside of the wall. I'm realizing I know a lot of weird facts about this.
I mean, except for like
the length.
Well,
I just that's a number. But it was like a lot of the slaves used to build it are inside the wall. Like if you died building it, they would just chuck you inside. So it's like littered with human remains.
I mean, I guess if you're giving your life to this project, it would be somewhat honorable to be part of it in that way.
I guess I could think of better ways to go. Than
I mean, I can't step into the mind or speak on behalf of the slaves of this time, but once I'm dead, dude, fucking
throw me in the wall.
If I like tasted really good, I get it. It's fine.
No,
whatever.
No, don't eat me when I die, please. Don't. Put me in the wall.
Just double check that I'm dead. Yeah. Like 100% dead. And
then, start with my toes just in case.
Yeah, if I wake up. At least I'll still have.
If I wake up before you get to the knees.
That's on me, honestly. Yeah. I deserve that one.
Did you know that was a thing for, they used to, when you died, they would tie a string around your wrist attached to a bell up at the top, just in case they fucked up and you woke up.
I feel like back then that probably happened more often.
Yeah, well, they did it because there was some instances of them unearthing coffins and they had scratch marks on the ceiling.
Eesh.
Oh, God, so
Good
terrible.
God, that is
terrifying.
The worst.
Because you wake up, you probably think you're dead. Yeah. You're in the darkest of dark.
Well, you probably
can't
get
see
it together pretty quickly.
Where you're like, I'm buried. They thought I was dead and buried me 6 feet under.
Yeah, I don't know. Like you feel you're in a wooden box.
How fast? You got to keep in mind, you're also so ill they thought you were dead.
Yeah, that's part of it. No, like, I feel great. What a good nap. The hell is this place?
Yeah, so it would be a string on your wrist that went up to the surface, connected to a bell, so you could just kind of flail.
Dude, I wonder how many times like a fucking worm or some shit grabbed that rope or like a mouse, and they were like, "Oh my God!"
Yeah,
got down there like, nope, still dead.
There's a breeze. The bell's ringing.
Damn, that would suck.
Yeah. So the Great Wall of China, built, I believe, to defend against the Mongols, but it was, I think it's good. I think it deserves to be on the list.
100%. 13,000 miles is...
just the length.
Insane.
Even 13,000 mile long rope, I'd be like, all right, put it on the list. Let's get it on there.
Right? 13,000 miles of anything deserves to be on this list. That's crazy. It's just looping around.
But I do, when you look at it, like... I guess it's like you were making it that long, a little shorter and a little taller. I bet would have been more effective.
100%.
It's like only like 20 feet
Again,
tall.
I think they were looking for a bit of bravado with it. Like it was a scare tactic. Worked. I thought you could see it from space, and that's several thousand years later. So good job.
You cannot. All right, next is Petra. Well, no, wait, let's be listing when these were built. So the Great Wall of China was 7th century BC.
Oh, I guess that's what this list is in order of.
When they were built.
No, because this one's BC.
Oh, yeah. No, but that's the pyramids.
Honorary candidates.
Candidates, yeah.
So we got 2 BCs in here.
So Great Wall of China, first was built 7th century BC, for everyone listening.
For the record, I have no clue what Petra is.
Well, it's a cool one, dude. But just so... we're keeping track. We decide Great Wall of China deserves to be on the list.
Approved.
Great
Wall of China, Moose Lounge approved.
You can keep that one on there.
Yeah, good job, guys. Good pick.
Next is Petra, located in Ma'an, Jordan.
Good spot. So I've heard.
Yeah. So Petra, what Petra is basically...
It just means rock.
It just means rock, but basically it's a city that was carved into the side of a mountain. Like kind of walls.
Carved in?
Yeah, like literally carved into the sandstone.
The Rose City, because the color of
Jordan.
Sandstone.
Who are the people that did it again?
That would be the Petra people.
The Petra people, obviously. But basically, it's this awesome city carved into the side of rock, and for a period of time, it was booming. It was like on a popular trade route, and just
everyone wanted to be in Petra.
I was sick, dude. I want to be in Petra now. Like I would love to live in something carved out of rock like that.
It seemed like it went through a couple periods.
It did go through a couple periods. I mean, dude, it's still around. But then what happened is like trade routes shifted, and pretty quickly it dried up because it didn't have a lot going for it in and of itself.
Other than it being a cool.
Other than it being like on the road. Like
and
imagine,
carved into the mountain. Was that not an allure at that point?
Not great for when you want to change locations.
How often does that happen?
Well, I don't know, dude. Imagine you're like a gas station on a highway, and then the highway now goes somewhere else. Like that's kind of what happened to Petra.
Oh, I see. And now they're like, stuck in the stone.
Now they're like, oh well, we kind of were betting on this spot for a while.
Like you can't move your things when
you got to go find a new mountain, carve a new city out of it. I can't imagine that's very fast.
Damn. Well, it's not a very strong start for Petra on our pass-fail list.
But I mean, but in terms of having something that lasts forever, carving your city in the side of rock, great. Like if you as a person, just a human in the 21st century.
Like today?
Yeah, today.
Okay.
What do you think is the thing you could make with your current resources that would last the longest? What would you do? If you were trying to make something like, I want this to be here as far from now as possible.
Like I have to make a home, or it's just like an object?
Anything that would still be like, oh look, a human did this, and it has to be so long later. Like you want it to be as long as possible and to last as long as possible into the future. What would you do?
Like I'd buy a diamond, right?
Okay, and then what?
And I'd just name it Brian's Diamond.
Name it Brian's Diamond and put it on the ground. That's
it's gonna last forever, right?
Yeah, but then people are gonna be like, look, a rock on the ground. They're not gonna be like human here. I guess if it's carefully carved, but you didn't really.
Big diamond.
That's like that's more of the a lasting effect from the guy that carved the diamond than it is from you. You know.
What about that Jeff Bezos clock that he's making?
I don't know about that.
Oh, dude, you haven't heard of that?
No.
It's crazy.
It's a clock specifically for molesting children?
It's a clock. I don't know if it has any children molestation intention.
It just happens to have a child-sized compartment.
No, it's actually kind of nuts. It's a clock in a mountain, which is why it's kind of relevant, I suppose. But it's basically going to last longer than ever, like longer than we are. And it's like a world clock. So it's going to be, I don't know.
You said Jeffrey Epstein. Jeff Bezos.
I said Jeff Bezos.
No, I thought you said
we
Jeffrey.
Can run it back. I absolutely said Bezos.
I'm pretty sure you said Jeffrey Epstein. I don't I'm unfamiliar.
That's why I was like, damn, does Bezos rape kids?
I don't.
So, geez, I love Amazon, by the way. I use it all the time. Please.
I thought you said Jeffrey Epstein.
We can run it back.
Yeah, we'll check. But I'm
pretty sure I said Bezos.
Maybe you just said Jeffrey.
I said
Bezos. And I inferred Epstein.
Maybe I said
I had Epstein on the mind.
Anyway. Well, do you know about Jeffrey Bezos' clock?
No. It's a 10,000-year clock.
Yes. So it's like going to be part of this mountain. God, this is very confusing. I don't care about the challenges of this clock.
Basically, he's building a giant enormous
clock. The clock of the long now. Yeah. A 2-meter prototype.
It's a clock that's going to last for 10,000 years, built into a mountain, is the summary.
Exactly.
I don't know what other details are we looking for.
And aliens pull up, they're like, oh,
people were here.
What time it is, according to these fucking...
I guess so they put it in the mountain. I don't know. The clock seems too delicate, even at that size. You know, like, is it going
to make it
Is it going to last through an airplane, through an earthquake? You know what I mean?
I imagine so. It's set to tick once a year.
Tick once a year, keep time for the next 10,000 years.
That's pretty lame. It just takes once. All right, we're at 1. That's the time it's keeping? Just 1?
It's counting years. I guess that makes sense.
I guess.
If you're doing 10,000. And also, dude, you got to think the ticks wear away at the grooves. So they can't have a high frequency because then it for sure won't last.
I wonder if it's a really big tick once a year.
There's tsunamis around the globe. It's like a tiny apocalypse each time.
It gets bigger each year.
It grows. This is actually his plan to destroy humanity after he's gone. One tick at a time.
They can't fucking break this clock. Future generations should be able to keep the clock working.
Well, that's what I mean. So future generations have to take care of it? And then what is this? Like, I don't know. I guess, like, even if you found the broken remains, you'd be like, pretty obviously something complex, you know, but I would go, the most straightforward way to do it seems to be cave painting.
Cave painting?
Because cave paintings...
Like scratches?
Yeah, well, like, you could just paint whatever, and as long as you find a place that's, like, a dry cave deep underground, and it doesn't get covered by an earthquake or something, it's a pretty good bet.
I guess that's not a terrible idea.
Well, I mean, dude, those are some of the oldest things we have are cave paintings.
Yeah.
And so, like, simple fossils.
To do... Maybe just buy a turtle.
But I mean, like, you want to leave your impact, and not just like
a bunch of turtles.
Okay, sure. Another cool way would be maybe is like you breed your own, kind of like you create your own species through selective breeding and then release them into the wild.
That's a good one.
But then they'd have to be like have some kind of advantage to live.
And they can't change. I got to make this.
Well, they could change, but then they trace it back and they're like, we don't understand how this one came about.
Did this dude fuck a turtle?
It seems like suddenly turtles had 2-foot penises. Like, this is it's got some,
bro. I appreciate
you
it.
Give it like some crazy weird twist.
I saw a funny sketch of like a dude on a horse with his wife, and she looked down and she was like, man, that horse has a way bigger penis than you. And he got all sad. And it was like a commercial for this ranch where they're like, are you tired of being overshadowed by your horse? He's like, here at our ranch, we only have 5-inch penis horses. They all have really small and the wife, it goes back, she's like, hey, you're bigger than that horse. He's like, really? She's like, for sure. He's like, nah, it's bigger than the horse.
Yeah. You want to be hung like a horse? Well, come to our ranch. You will be. That's pretty funny.
And then they had one horse that was like, it had the smallest dick at 3.5 inches, but unfortunately it threw itself off a cliff. Horses do have some schlongs, man. Those things are scary. Mm-hmm. They look like an arm in a sleeve. Like,
oh my god! Even it's like the size of their leg.
I know. It's crazy.
In our last episode, you asked me to guess the largest penis to body ratio. Horse was on my list,
but not even close to the fucking sea urchin.
Well, I didn't know. No, oh yeah, sea urchin.
Yeah, it was like 7 times its actual
not
body.
Sea urchin. It was a mussel. A mussel or a barnacle. Barnacle. That's it. It was the stuff under boats. And it was kind of, those are almost plants, like barely alive.
Some big dicked plants.
That do have penises. I guess plants kind of have penises. You know what I mean? Because the pollen is plant semen.
Yeah, I remember hearing about the pistil and the stems or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, well, there's male and female trees.
Oh yeah.
And the males are.
That was like borderline porn when we were in middle school. It was like the flower gets.
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, these oaks are
gets
fucking.
Its pistil out and goes ups and that's.
Yeah, dude. That's what spring is. Everything that we're allergic to is just tree semen.
Like cucks that.
Spring is one big tree bukkake. That's what it is.
We're just loving it too.
I am not loving it. I'd die.
True, you get some bad allergies.
Gay as fuck, dude. You like that tree cum?
I mean, it's beautiful.
Doesn't bother you at all.
The allergies fuck me up. Dude, there's one when I used to work at the Arboretum. There's like one tree sap that smells like jizz. I'm like not kidding. It literally smells like jizz, and
What does jizz smell like? Salty, I guess.
I don't know. I'll look it up because. I remember saying it once. My boss was like, "Yeah, it's the jizz tree."
It's
or whatever.
The jizz tree.
Jizz
googling jizz tree.
Tree sap.
The cummy smell of a deciduous tree called the Pyrus.
It was at the Caliera. It fucking reeked.
Cariana.
The Pyrus. Caliarana.
Caliarana. What a shitty tree name.
Your street smell like semen.
It's not your neighbor Dave.
It could be, but it probably isn't.
It's mostly not your neighbor Dave.
Imagine going to Reddit, posting, does anyone else have trees that smell like semen where they live? Everyone's like, no, you fucking weird. First person.
They're called Bradford pears.
Some people call them cum trees.
Cum trees. Pretty good. Pretty good. What else are you going to call them?
Jizz trees. Jizzies?
The jizzies? The drees?
The jizz trees?
The sea trees?
I don't know. I remember smelling it the first time and I was like, did I do that? I was young enough where I was like, holy shit, is that me? Thank God it wasn't.
So that's Petra. It's pretty cool.
Honestly, though,
I'm not sure World Wonder. Let's look at the others and then decide if it deserves to be on the list.
Right now, I'm voting no.
Right now, I say no, too. Damn. Cool, but like...
We'll come back.
Yeah.
This one, I'm pretty sure I know who it is.
Christ the Redeemer.
Oh, baby.
Pull him up. Hell yeah.
Well, we got to say, it opened to the public. Oh, in 1931.
1931.
What? This isn't in order.
You're right. Maybe they started it before 1400, 500-year project.
It took them fucking a long time.
No, they didn't.
Okay, so this is not in order of time. This one's pretty recent.
Yeah, it is.
Years old.
I think it's the most recent on the list. Christ the Redeemer. Everyone's familiar if you've ever seen Fast and Furious.
If you've ever played Call of Duty.
Or played Call of Duty. Or just kind of like have ever been on the internet ever. Like it's the big Jesus at the top of the hill of Rio de Janeiro.
Cool to see.
Sorry?
I bet you it's so cool in person.
Oh, dude. So
I'm
sick.
looking at all those people down there. That they look like actual little ants compared to this.
You know what would have been a good feature, though, is if they put like little swings off his hands. Like you can
go up there?
Oh yeah, dude. And like you get the sickest Instagram photo ever. You're No, I'm thinking super long, so it dangles down, and he's holding up the swings, and
Jesus is just swinging you through life.
Well, yeah, he's he lifts you up.
If the ropes are that long though, that means they can go.
Oh, dude, you get major swings.
Yeah, you get some.
Or you could just not swing at all, sit on it, get a nice photo.
At the top of the mountain too.
Yeah, it's at the top of. It's not. Is it a mountain? It's like a large hill in Rio de Janeiro. I don't think it's the whole mountain, but it could be. I really don't know. But yeah, it's a big one. It's pretty cool. How tall is it?
Pretty mountain-esque.
It does look it does look a lot like a mountain.
It's pretty much up there. I am not swinging over this shit. Wow. That must be a pain in the ass to get up there. You got to really want to see this thing.
Oh, dude, I bet they've got little cars and stuff to take you up now.
You think?
Yeah, dude, too many fat people want to see it.
Yeah, there are umbrellas.
Oh, yeah, dude, I bet there's a little cafe
definitely
down
a restaurant
there.
up there.
Jesus Cafe.
Jesus Cafe. Yeah. Probably slaps. I think I read it was 100 feet tall, 98 feet.
You order water and you get wine.
Oh, no, the arms stretch.
92 feet wide.
The statue is 100 feet tall.
You know what they call it? They call it your ape index. Oh, no, your ape index is the ratio of your arm span to your height.
So has Jesus got a crazy arm span?
Well, no, how tall is he?
He's 100 feet tall and his arms are 92 feet.
I don't know. That's a shit ape index.
It should be longer?
Yeah, well, it's used in rock climbing. Longer is better.
Well, like, is
ape
longer
index
than you're taller is better?
Yeah. Well, I mean, better for what is always the question.
Are you longer than you are taller?
Yeah, by like 4 or 5 inches.
Damn. So Jesus is kind of normal.
Well, he's got he's got short arms. Default is same length.
Oh.
Yeah. That's normal. And your ape index is the difference. So, like, if your arms are 4 inches longer than you are tall.
6 feet, though, when you're this tall, feels, like, he's pretty much the same.
It's still shorter. You give Jesus some long arms. Come on. They're all stretched out from hanging on the cross. He's got...
It was probably like a building.
I bet by the end, before he died... I hope my mom never sees me talking about this. I bet by the end, by the time he died, he's so stretched out, like his ape index is now positive, because he's... Surely you get another inch at least being probably crucified.
He probably lost an inch or two in that ordeal.
Lost an inch or two?
I'm imagining just like he wasn't standing straight.
Oh, yes, but it's to his height standing straight. It's not like if I curl up in a ball, I now have an amazing ape index.
Well, relative at that moment, you do.
He didn't get shorter hanging on the cross. If anything, taller.
You think? I guess he's stretching.
You're hanging. You know how, like, you gain a centimeter or two when you sleep?
Taller by your arms. Yeah, you gain height and space. That is true.
Yeah.
This thing must have looked sick in the 30s. Like, obviously it looks sick now, but back then they were probably like, wow.
Dude, I like
Good job, guys.
We need a couple of these in America, this godless country.
I think we have...
we need a few of these guys directing traffic.
If you head down south... Which we've done. You see those giant crosses on the highway.
Yeah, but those are tacky. I don't like those.
It's true, but like...
This is like, oh shit.
Where would this even go?
I'm thinking like...
Florida?
No, I'm thinking like major intersections. And like his arms kind of move to direct traffic.
Oh.
That's what I'm thinking.
He's animatronic?
It's the American version, dude. He's got to be. He's animatronic.
Yeah, he's got ads on him.
He's just as big, but he's like...
He's holding a McDonald's billboard.
Yeah, he's holding... he's awesome. Holding up a billboard.
It's just you can buy that space.
Yeah.
It's really expensive. Damn. Well, all the Jesus people would be owning that billboard with their fear. I love the fear billboards when you go down south.
Oh yeah,
it's like pull over or you will go to hell.
Yeah, drinking and driving, not what Jesus would do.
Jesus didn't drive; he prayed. Yeah, this one for sure gets my vote.
Yeah, I like it too. Also, it gets extra points because it's at the top of a mountain.
Yeah, that's sick.
Difficulty points for building this.
How the hell did they build this thing? Wow, he looks different here.
He does look... Oh, I bet he's just unweathered. Like, I bet his face gets worn down. And it's also just, like, the angle of the sun.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because he's got a shadow on his face. There's no shadow on his face in the picture you pulled up below.
It seems like the way... Yeah, he just looks...
He looks different from this angle.
He looks a little different.
I agree.
He looks less wrinkled.
Yeah, well, he's been there for almost over 100 years now.
Yeah, this is the 30s.
Yeah. That's pretty crazy.
He lights up, too.
Oh, hell yeah. He's got an underglow.
He's got, like, lasers that shoot out of his eyes.
He does, like, a drone show.
I feel like they've probably done something. Like, Brazil goes hard.
Yeah, dude. All right, I like it. It stays on the list.
Oh, this is nice. It gives us a relative... Oh, he's way shorter than the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this? What are these things?
I don't know, dude. What are these other things?
The Statue of Unity? I know we're getting a little off topic here.
Oh, that's the one. Is that in China?
Holy shit. It's 800 feet tall?
India.
Dude.
And this guy didn't make the list. He didn't make the list. He was around in 2007. Not on the list.
What?
This is what I mean. The list of the 7 wonders of the world is... there seems to be a little bit of politics involved in these decisions.
Who's making this list, actually?
I don't know. Probably the guys that built each one of these things.
Dude, are you kidding me?
Oh, my God.
That is insane.
Jeez.
That would be so much scarier than a Jesus statue.
Yeah, if you're just listening, the Statue of Unity in India is like...
It's just a dude.
3 times as tall as the Statue of Liberty, and it's just some Asian dude chilling.
And he is not on a hill. He's like very close to roads.
Yeah, he's like at the edge of a river. I like this guy way more.
Wow. I love this.
That's sick. In India?
800 feet tall.
Oh, and you can walk up in him?
I keep saying.
You can get all up in his guts if you want?
I don't think so.
That's what it looks like, doesn't it?
Well, I think that's just how they built it.
But surely they gotta
I mean, you can go up in the Jesus guy. I've seen a TikTok of some dude
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't build something that tall not to look out the top of it.
Someone's going up there.
You know what they should do is it should be the eyes. Like you look through the eyes.
Yeah.
That's what it should be.
What's this? Wow, there's a bunch of...
There's a bunch. That's what I mean. Like, how did it make the list if it's that so tiny?
This one's pretty cool, too. Spring Temple Buddha.
Oh, I love a good Buddha statue.
And look at all the stairs you have to... Like, there's no fucking taxis for that.
I like it. Any statue where no fat guys are allowed to look at it.
Oh, he's got his little swastika, too. Nice. That's actually probably a huge swastika.
A ginormous swastika. But you can tell from the angle that it's a peaceful swastika.
Yeah. It's got a lot of shit going on.
Is it the angle or is it the direction?
That thing is fucking massive. Look at this guy. That swastika is bigger than him for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
it's like
way
3
bigger.
times as tall as him.
He's like every part of it.
And then you got to remember that guy's closer to us than the statue.
That's true.
By probably a good amount.
Wow. Big guy.
Damn. Yeah, so actually I changed my mind. I say not on the list.
After seeing what he's compared to.
What it's compared to, get it off.
Oh, it's a reverse swastika, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
Good shit.
I like how they call it. This swastika is way older than the anti-Semitic one, but they still call it the reverse.
Free foot pics, too, from Spring Buddha.
Some hot
dude,
toes.
Do you think a foot fetish guy would lose his shit?
Oh, he might. Well, you ever see that girl that's...
married to her car or some bullshit?
No, she married the Eiffel Tower.
Oh, God.
But you know what's crazy is that she was married to the Eiffel Tower for 10 years or something and divorced it to get married to a fence.
Wow.
Which feels like a downgrade.
Big downgrade.
Feels like the Eiffel Tower won that breakup. Way more hot ladies on the Eiffel Tower.
He's getting crawling with Eiffel Tower ladies.
Do you think she sat there like get all pissed every time a hot girl got on the Eiffel Tower?
A new Instagram post goes up. She's like, I can't believe
Ify is doing this to me.
Okay, this is one that my friends have actually been to.
My little brother's been to this too. Machu Picchu is the next one.
I didn't know it was a great wonder.
Wait, exit out, dude. We gotta tell people what it is. They're not watching this.
I know. I was catching.
The next wonder is Machu Picchu. It's from the 15th century. It's an Inca citadel, and it's located in Peru. If you've ever seen like the steps from Peru, or like kind of like that. The ruins of an old village in Peru. You've probably seen this photo. That's what Machu Picchu is. Personally, I feel like shouldn't be on the list.
Well, isn't there the Inca people live there? Correct.
It's an Inca citadel.
And don't they? Like, can't they survive like crazy atmospheres or
what?
I think it's because the village is so high in the mountains that they can like. Basically, they live like way better. They
they have some adaptations. It's kind of like the Kenyans.
They're very small people.
Kenyans have a similar effect. Kenyans have like lighter bones, apparently.
That's nuts.
They have a bunch of adaptations that grows good runners. But basically, it's a bunch of steps. I don't think it should be on the list. For starters, mostly it's ruins. I thought the whole purpose of this list is that most of them were gone. This one, pretty much gone.
They did some human sacrifices there.
Yeah, like everywhere, dude. I mean, in the ancient world, if you're not killing people, what are you doing?
Yeah, you're not making this list if you haven't killed a couple of humans.
Mark Norman had a great joke where it was like they would, the Aztecs would slaughter a virgin, like a hot virgin. Like they would come around to get you, and they're like, "Are you a virgin?" Like, no, huge whore, huge whore, me. This is
loves dick.
Yeah.
Look at the temperature; it kind of stays the same all year, 50 to 70.
That's nice, I guess. But what do you think, dude? I don't think this should be on the list.
I don't know. I'm like kind of gathering more info, and I feel like we're missing something. Why is it here?
It's got to be like the people from these countries were like on the committee and were very popular or something. Because for real, this is the best we could think of. I just don't see it.
Oh, it was voted in the worldwide internet poll.
That's what I mean. Like
maybe they got
and the poll was in Portuguese or something. Or what do they speak in Peru? Spanish. The poll was in Spanish.
Can I Google why is it a?
Yeah, sure. Find out.
Is Machu Picchu important? I wonder of the world. Let's just get right to the meat.
We're not the first person to wonder this. Its various sites, complexes, monuments, and citadels are intertwined with each other and their environment.
This unique artistic achievement. Masterpiece of architecture.
We just covered Petra, which also has various sites, complexes, monuments, and citadels.
We just covered like an 800-foot tall man, and these are like,
these ruins. Look how we made steps on the mountain. No one's ever done that before.
Yeah.
Never seen a rice paddy.
I mean, I hate to do this to the lovely Incan people, but
they're not around anymore.
I'm getting a vote no. Are they not around?
Well, like as a people, I'm sure their descendants are still around.
Does anyone live in Machu Picchu?
No, dude. Look, we're looking at ruins on a mountain.
I feel like people do live there. Community of servants live there year round.
Yeah, a community of servants.
That's what it says.
Sure, I guess in the same way. Yeah, I suppose people live there.
Servants at Machu Picchu came from distant corners of the Incan Empire. They served the land, bro.
Of the Inca Empire.
All right, well, my vote's no.
My vote's also no. Machu Picchu out. Which would take its place. Well, let's get to the end.
Can we put our fucking tall dude in there? I love him.
Well, at the end, we'll pitch our own.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
This one I've definitely never heard of. I've definitely seen it.
You've seen it. Yeah, so wait, before you go. So the next one is the Chichen, how do you say that last second word? Itza?
Itza.
The Chichen Itza. It's in the Yucatan in Mexico, and it was built in 500 AD?
600 AD.
600 AD.
Gotta get those eyes checked.
Yeah. Well. And basically what this is like every movie you've ever seen where the Aztecs sacrifice someone at the top of a temple.
Which is a lot of movies.
It's a lot of movies.
I feel like even Fast and Furious have been here.
I'm sure. They've been all over the world. Even though cars seem so out of place in this location.
I'm pretty sure I saw a video where some woman like climbed these fairly recently.
I think
like a tourist.
Well, I think you're allowed to. A lot of people.
I don't know if then it was something that she wasn't allowed to do.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't seem like you would be able to climb something that's considered an ancient wonder of the world.
Look, it's a cool one. It's rife with like symbolism. You know, we're so familiar with it from popular culture. My issue with this one is it seems like a worse Great Pyramids of Giza.
Yeah,
it's a downgrade.
They just tried
we're gonna
be like the pyramids, and now it does look like they have a slide or some sort of.
Those are stairs.
Those are the stairs right there.
Those are stairs.
That's stairs.
Oh, I see. The edge of the stairs, yes, could be used as a slide or a 6 skate spot, but it's
Dude, that looks crazy. Do you think anyone's ever done it?
I don't know, dude. The problem is, by the time skateboarding was around, probably. Oh, you mean just slide? I'm still stuck on skateboarding.
I'm thinking skateboarding too now.
I think by the time skateboarding was around, it was already they had all the provisions in place to stop this from being abused. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Skateboards are all like brand new, effectively.
I mean, it doesn't seem like there's too much stopping someone from getting up there, if I'm being honest.
No, it doesn't.
Those ropes look pretty jumpable, let alone skatable.
Yeah, but you're not hitting that first try. You need a few tries.
You think? Maybe you build one to scale at home.
You also got to keep in mind there's no run out here. It's just a giant steep into the grass.
Oh, I'm not saying you land it.
It's a suicide spot.
Suicide seems aggressive. It's grass.
Yeah. So I feel as a species, humans, our wonders of the world should get better, not worse. And so if we're gonna have pyramids on the list, it seems stupid to put worse Pyramid of Giza.
Well, the pyramids are tentative or whatever they.
They're honorary. They're still around. Make them a wonder of both. That's what I say.
I agree. I mean, this thing seems.
It's cool. Don't get me wrong.
But
it's cool. A wonder of the world.
Bigger, right?
I just what?
Pyramids are way bigger than this guy.
Way bigger. And there's 3 of them. Just better on all fronts.
This one does look like the pyramids. I think when you get close, they look a little less symmetrical.
What do you mean? No, the pyramids are almost perfect. The problem with building
this shit's falling apart. This thing looks like it's.
Oh yes, it's in a little better condition.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we don't know what it originally looked like, but yeah.
I think the pyramids. I think I saw something that they were smooth. Yeah.
But the problem is the outside was all limestone.
So
it was raided over the years. People took the limestone because that was valuable and used it in their own stuff. But but the pyramids they're almost perfectly symmetrical, because when you're building,
a pyramid would fuck up.
If you're even off by more than a degree or so, like it turns into like a spiral. I didn't mean
symmetrical. I meant more like
intact.
Yeah, like this thing looks pretty nice.
It does look pretty nice.
They're skating down that. I don't think they're skating down the pyramids.
Yeah. So the pyramid. What was this one called again?
Chichen Itza.
No.
Chicken Itza.
We gotta say it right,
dude. That.
Chichen Itza. Chichen Itza was like covered by trees. How do we know we're saying
it right?
We don't. It was covered by like trees and bushes until like the 30s, I think.
Oh, we found it?
It's pretty, we found it. It was a more recent discovery.
Maybe that's why they wanted to.
Yeah. Again, I just think someone from Mexico was on the board, or again, it was a vote.
The Mayan civilization community had a big pull in that internet. Worldwide.
There's Spanish speakers around the world were really involved in
I wish I knew this poll was going on. I would have.
Yeah, I would have voted too. What would you have voted for?
I don't know. I would have liked to see the options.
I probably, as an American, I would want to do something in America. Just come out an American.
Fucking
Mount Rushmore.
Colony pizza and stuff.
Colony pizza is something so specific. My house.
My mom's chicken cutlets. All right. I mean, this one.
I say no, dude. I say get it. I say we can't downgrade. If we're adding pyramids to the list, we can't go from better pyramids to worse.
I vote yes pyramids, even though they are considered honorary candidates.
Yeah. Put the pyramids of Giza back in there.
For sure.
Take out Chichen Itza.
This fucking thing. This next one.
Hit it.
Pretty stoked about this.
Next one is the Colosseum in Rome. Completed in 80 AD in Rome, Italy. This one is sick.
Yes.
Here's the thing with this one. Size-wise, it's not super sick. I'm sure there were bigger stadiums. We have plenty of bigger stadiums in the United States. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, duh.
What's cool about this? Built out of stone. First of all, beautiful arches, really incredible, and also just like such a culturally. Everyone knows what the Colosseum is.
Yeah,
it's such a huge cultural.
And
impact.
You know what's sick is everyone knew what it was back then too.
Everyone knew what it was back then.
It was the tits.
Give them bread and circuses. Everyone knows this. You know that like the Roman Empire said that is like the best way to keep a population happy is you give them bread and circuses, and that's where you got like the Colosseum and all this stuff.
I think they had like the best bread.
Fucking amazing bread, dude. Oh my god.
I bet you they did, honestly.
I don't know, dude. No, you think their bread tasted better? I'd be skeptical of that.
Well, like Italy bread, I imagine, was pretty fire. They're still known for their bread.
Still known, or are they known now for the bread?
I think they were amongst.
I guess bread was a big deal.
Days. Yeah,
bread was just easy food, I think. So it's like easy to make. You know, it was really cool. So everyone's familiar with the Colosseum and how it was used for like gladiator fights, which it definitely was. But an added feature is sometimes they would do like boat race competitions. Yeah. They would flood it and put alligators in there.
It was pretty nuts.
And then you would have a boat race around it.
It's no stadium like that
they were
able to flood it.
That exists today.
Where were they getting that water? Or wasn't it like the water was always there and they just like lowered the floor, I believe, or something like that?
Or aqueducts. They were pretty good with their plumbing.
Yeah, they did have some good aqueduct stuff back then.
I bet. Or maybe they just diverted a nearby river temporarily. Like when you're an emperor, you can just tell people to do shit.
Yeah, there's not like a lot. There's no nose.
Yeah, there's no nose.
Get it
like,
done.
I would like this river to go through here for today. Not just for today. But I would love that. Like I have a tough time. I don't really enjoy watching modern sports, but I would love
gladiators see pirate battles.
It would get me to the stadium. That's what I'm saying. You're buying a ticket. I'm buying a ticket to crocodile infested boat race.
Especially because there's no recap. There's no instant replay.
No instant replay.
You're at school the next day and everyone's talking about the decapitation.
Yeah, or how crazy he killed 10 crocodiles. I want to see him kill the 10 crocodiles so bad.
Coliseum's sick. I've actually been to the Coliseum.
Yeah, I like it and I want it on it there for that reason.
It's
so here's
pretty cool in person as well. Like it is.
Yeah. Oh, you've been.
I have been, and it's very, very like it feels as cool as you would imagine, and it's. Just feels so amazingly old, but still there. Like there was like some scaffolding and stuff around, but you can just tell. It feels like you can kind of put yourself in the seats of those Romans back then and be like, yeah, off with his head.
Yeah,
do it.
And 80 AD, like some people hung out with Jesus and saw the Colosseum.
50,000 spectators, too. It didn't feel that big.
50,000.
That's crazy, though.
I think it used to be, like, layered all the way from the top.
And I imagine they weren't letting us go to, like, every part.
Yeah.
But there's like a stadium around here, too, if I'm not mistaken. Like I don't know. It was very cool. And it's also in, like, the middle of the city. Mm-hmm. You just kind of walk by. You find yourself going by it often.
Well, like, today we have MMA, and the dudes know what they're signing up for, which is a brutal beatdown. They sign, I'm sure, waivers or whatever. If you know what you're signing up for, can we just do anything? Like, as long as you're totally honest. That's what I don't know. Like, because if MMA is okay, why not sword fights?
I think
why not
people
battle
will get taken advantage of.
Yeah, you run that risk. I mean, but
because what you're discussing is just like happening on the black market. Like,
oh yeah, dude. I'm sure somewhere
for sure
in South America.
I don't think they're calling them Spartans, but I think they
or
are
gladiators.
Fighting for their lives.
An unlucky gambler. That's what they're calling them.
Didn't the gladiator like get his dick sucked if he won? Like he wasn't like.
It came with prizes. You could earn your freedom. I think if you won.
Oh, they weren't free. I thought they were like
slaves.
Oh, they were.
Yeah, that's the whole premise. You see the movie Spartacus? It's all like gladiator slaves. It's gladiator slaves that escaped.
I thought gladiators were sometimes like beasts that just wanted to.
I'm sure maybe a few, but no, mostly slaves. Dude, remember they're fighting lions and stuff in there. It's not
true. I mean, we have people that go to war voluntarily. It seems kind of similar.
That's what I mean. So like, what's stopping us from a Colosseum?
The public death seems frowned upon.
People die in boxing matches and MMA.
Not really.
Sometimes, sure.
It's not the point of the game.
It is a little bit.
I don't think any boxer truly wants to like kill the other guy. Yeah, a lot of times they do feel like awful. I mean, I've seen a couple of instances where I think anyone, even like in football, like you do feel
you don't because goddamn.
You obviously know what you sign up for, but like that could be you in that situation. It's heavy.
You get millions of dollars.
Like Squid Games.
Yeah.
That's kind of like all those people did were desperate.
The thing with Squid Games is they didn't know what they were signing up for.
I think they do.
They don't know the death part. Remember, they're all amazed when they see
when they like actually die.
Which seems like an important detail before you decide to participate.
Not to spoiler, they all get the chance to like end the game, and they're still like, nah, we need this money. So like, they know at that point. Like, I think that's where you get the issue of just like, I don't want to say suicidal people, but like people that have nothing to live for. That's going to be your main gladiator.
Well, I think
which seems a little fucked.
No, but if it becomes an established sport, then those people don't have a chance. They're not nearly good enough gladiators to make it in. The same way someone with nothing to live for can't just compete in MMA.
It's like the Hunger Games, like.
But they're Hunger Games. You're forced into.
The rich people.
My whole point is that you sign.
No, you're not forced into it always. Only like
you're chosen at random. And then you have to do it unless someone volunteers. But
and that's why like the fucking beat. And then I think there's multiple volunteers. They fight or some shit.
The upper classes volunteer because they've been trained.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
The lower classes are forced into it. It's mandatory, and you can volunteer if you want. Different than MMA. MMA is not like that. MMA is not like jury duty. Like maybe we'll get called up one day.
Death in MMA is what I'm saying. If death was like, if you died every MMA fight you lost, I think we'd have a way smaller pool of MMA fighters.
That's true.
Strictly based on they're dying.
They're dying.
It's like you're either undefeated or you don't exist. Seems like a bad strategy. Mm-hmm. And then you have in the modern world, I can only imagine the uprising that would bring. People get upset of like Wipeout probably got canceled because it was too mean.
You think so? No. I mean,
like football's changed. People are definitely more conscious about like how our athletes are being treated.
Yeah, well, they're more conscious about the athletes being aware. Because before it was like the NFL was covering up.
Yeah, exactly.
Like how many concussions.
Any athlete doesn't want it.
That's my thing. As long as it's completely transparent. It'll be like, you will be sword fighting an alligator. Do you understand what an alligator is? You know what a sword is. You understand you're a human. Like, this is...
I suppose. I feel like you're just going to get a lot of...
I don't plan to start them.
I mean, it sounds like you have plans. We should continue on because I think we have.
But I vote Colosseum stays in.
Absolutely stays in. Fucking put it in twice.
Wow, we're down to our the last one.
Last guy.
The modern one. It's the Taj Mahal.
Great name.
It is a great name.
Really rolls off the tongue.
So the Taj Mahal is not again, the first one from India.
Yeah, our guy was from India.
Maybe that's why they had to pick.
One per continent.
They didn't want two in the same country. But it was completed in 1648. Well, that's more recent than I thought. I thought it would be a little older.
It looks like it was pretty modern. To be honest.
Taj Mahal, pretty sweet.
It is.
Not gonna lie.
It's like
so awesome.
Definitely one of the more notable ones.
And it's more than just the structure. It has like all these grounds around it.
Isn't it like you getting married there kind of thing?
I think it's a Hindu temple, right?
Yeah. Like I always hear, "Oh, you got married at Taj Mahal."
Can you confirm that Hindu temple?
Let's see if I can find temple.
Yep, Hindu temple.
Taj Mahal is a complex border. A feature of typical Hindu temples. So it does mention temples a lot.
Well, maybe it's not a temple in itself.
Several court cases about Taj Mahal being a Hindu temple have been inspired. So maybe it's like up for debate.
It's a structure associated with the Hindu religion, whatever you want to call it.
Sure.
But I like this one because, like I said, it's not just the structure. It has all these impressive grounds around it. Mm-hmm. There's so much more to it.
A lot going on.
And it's pretty huge. I should mention I walked this one on the Stairmaster the other week.
Wow.
They give you the option
You walked the whole Taj Mahal?
Yeah, they give you the option of climbing the stairs of various famous structures, and Taj Mahal is on there. Height-wise, it's actually pretty low down. It's one of the easier ones.
On this list?
On the list of possible structures to walk the stairs up. Because they have like the Burj Khalifa on there.
Were there any other world wonders on this list?
No. No. No world. This is the only world wonder on the list.
Seems like, I guess the Jesus guy isn't that tall.
Yeah, and he's not on the list. I guess people don't think of stairs when they see him, you know?
Do you think of stairs when you see Taj Mahal?
Well, I think that's a building. It probably has stairs.
I imagine every building has stairs.
But the Christ the Redeemer is not a building. It's
true.
That's what I mean. Like, you don't think stairs when you see Jesus Christ in.
But like I'm sure there are
giant.
Is like Mount Everest on that Stairmaster?
No, it's again structures. It's like buildings. Buildings you can walk up.
I guess this just wouldn't.
Actually, I should say it has the Statue of Liberty, which falls. It's pretty similar. Christ the Redeemer.
It's actually slightly taller than Christ the Redeemer.
It is slightly taller.
So,
but Taj Mahal is a good one. I say stays on the list. The Taj Mahal, if you're just listening, is basically. Like I said, Hindu temple in India, a big structure, giant domes on the top,
I feel like
surrounded by tall towers.
If we are describing the Taj Mahal, they should just Google it at this point.
You should just Google it. But if they're listening, let's paint them a picture.
It's true.
It's got these lovely long
You've
grounds.
Seen the Taj Mahal. Don't act like you
haven't. We don't need to assume.
We can't describe.
There's people out there that haven't seen the Taj Mahal. Don't think.
I guess. I feel like if you asked anyone over the age of like 18, especially our YouTube demographic, our listeners, our brilliant listeners that we all have, they're all knowing what the Taj Mahal is.
I don't know, dude. I bet we're going to a Christmas party this evening, and I bet there's someone there that doesn't really know what the Taj Mahal is. Like, couldn't picture it in their head. And I think I know who it is.
Is it going to be like someone in your family?
No, it's going to be someone you've met. It's Anne's friend.
All right, I'll take $1 on that bet.
I'll do $1 on that bet.
That, like, they've never heard of the Taj Mahal.
No, they've heard of it, but they couldn't really tell you anything, even roughly what it looks like. They just have heard the word.
Everyone's going to know, like, the bulb.
I don't think so.
All right. I'll take $1 on that bet. We'll get back to you on that one.
Yeah, we'll return on that one. So I say Taj Mahal stays on.
Me too. Vote
I like it. It's a good one.
Let's do a quick recap of
what so who did we say? Who did we vote off? We voted off Petra, Christ the Redeemer.
Sorry.
And Machu Picchu.
And
Chichen.
4
of the 7 we are against.
I kind of want Christ the Redeemer back. I like it.
It's just we can't do that one when we have the other big ones.
I think he's chill.
You think I like him too. I think he's chill, but
I think
it just
the fact
seems
that he's on the mountain and that he's in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 favela.
That's what got him on the list.
Absolutely,
being in Call of
Duty.
That
helps. There's no way.
If we're being objective, though, we can't put a tiny statue like that on. You know what I mean?
What do you mean? We can do whatever the fuck we want, bro.
No, we're trying to make a better list.
I know. I still think he deserves to be on the list.
Split on Christ the Redeemer.
He's Christ. Who was the other guy? I bet you can't even name the other two that we talked about. You'll never forget who this one is.
I won't ever forget.
Exactly.
Because me and Jesus Christ have a deep personal relationship, so how would I ever forget? But the other guy, it was the Statue of Unity. We didn't actually learn his name. What was his name?
My point.
All right, fine. So then we have 3 spots to fill.
That's what I'm saying. We don't need to be replacing more than half of these.
So we want to replace Petra, Machu Picchu, and Chichen Itza.
Yeah.
What are we replacing them with?
Panini Grill.
Panini Grill. the bodega around the corner.
Sweetest bodega ever. I don't know, man.
Well,
Niagara Falls is, I feel like, pretty sweet.
But that's a natural. It has to be man-made, this stuff.
I knew that.
Yeah.
The Bass Pro Shop Pyramid.
You know what I was thinking is the man-made island in Dubai.
Or that like really tall tower in Dubai.
The Burj Khalifa.
Yeah.
Either one of those. I think man-made island. I think a feature in all of these is that they're going to last for a very long time. Burj Khalifa is, 100 or 200 years max, I would say.
Then they're going to make one bigger and be like...
And like just it's not built to last. There's a lot of concrete and plastic.
The temporary island is here to stay?
Well, it's, they just put sand on the floor of the ocean until it breached the surface.
Yeah, but when you think
pretty straightforward.
When you say it like that, does it really deserve status as
For sure. I mean, you could describe any of these. They put rocks on top of each other until it made a triangle.
Oh yeah. What about those Easter Island heads?
Yeah. Well, actually, I was reading, and those were listed as a possible candidate. But I think they're a wonder more in their mystery. We don't really know anything much about them than they are in their impressiveness.
Don't they go underground too, and they have like bodies?
Yeah, they have like bodies, but their bodies are disproportionately small.
That's fine.
Yeah, no, I know it's fine, but I'm saying that like you see the head and you're like, God damn, this body must go so deep. It doesn't go that deep. It goes about the depth of the head that's exposed.
Those are pretty cool though.
They are cool, and I do love how mysterious they are.
Yeah,
that's cool. So it's literally a wonder, but it shouldn't be on the list.
We still don't know, and you're like, no.
Yeah, so I would say my vote would be. To replace Petra would be the man-made island in Dubai. Pull it up. Pull up the picture of the man-made island. Yeah.
The Palm Islands, yeah. They do look pretty cool from the sky.
Pretty fucking sweet. I think wonder of the world.
Wonder of the world worthy?
Yeah. Like, look at that shit, dude.
You're living there? Yeah, that would be pretty sweet. Yeah, it looks not that big.
Those are houses on the arms.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah. Pretty fucking big, dude.
It's pretty big. Are those skyscrapers? Like these?
I don't know. We need a better image.
It's a street rendering.
But all right, so that I would say any objections to that replacing one?
No.
And there's a couple of them. Go back. Look, there's one in the background.
Oh yeah, no,
there's 2.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, these might not be that hard.
Or they're super hard, and they just have trillions of dollars at their disposal.
Money. I vote him in.
Nice. All right, so that replaces
45 miles.
So, all right, so we need 2 more. We need one to replace Machu Picchu and Chichen Itza.
Were there any, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Candidates? That we can look
Not on the Wikipedia page. You have to Google them. But come on, dude, you know the world.
Like, the Empire State Building was one that I was thinking, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem
Yeah, but this is this is the American society.
I don't know, like, things that have been built that are better than Machu Picchu.
Well, I was also thinking around Mount Rushmore. I mentioned it before. I think that based on the ones we've seen so far, I don't know. I don't have a sense of how big it is compared to these. Can you pull up how big is the Mount Rushmore face? That's the whole mountain.
Elevation.
Yeah.
60 feet.
60 feet, and there's 4 of them.
So it's like
carved into the side.
If he had a body, he'd be bigger than Jesus.
He'd be way, way bigger.
Yeah.
What don't you like about this one? I think it's wonder of the world worthy. Also,
it seems like we're sucking their dicks a little hard here, and they're just like they're good. I've never seen them. I feel like in person it would be cool.
But dude, look at that carved into the side of the mountain.
They're not that good.
But they're gonna last for thousands of years.
Like I think the Jesus statue is harder to do. To do something on top of the mountain.
I have literally no sense of
just
which
like
would be
chiseling.
Harder. No sense of which would be harder.
He does look pretty hard, George.
Yeah. Dude, poor Teddy Roosevelt is like...
That's what I'm saying. He looks
barely,
like shit.
He's barely coming out.
He looks like one of like the fake heads that like someone grows in their shoulders.
Yeah, it's like a mask of Teddy Roosevelt. Yeah. They got lazy. They're like, we could carve him out more, but we're not gonna.
It's like, yeah, but this mountain's already kind of incaved.
Yeah. And is he the most recent? He is the most. Is that Theodore Roosevelt? I hope I'm not wrong.
Yeah, it's George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Teddy, and Abe.
Yeah.
At least it is like the heavy hitters.
It does, dude.
Abe Lincoln looks pretty cool in D.C.
Oh, yeah, not World Wonder.
No.
Not Wonder of the World.
It's cool looking.
So you don't like this one for Wonder of the World? I voted over Machu Picchu.
I mean, I guess it's cool with the Machu Picchu, but it just feels too...
Well, dude, hit me with
too America. You know, like World
America.
Wonder. Doesn't seem like we're representing the world with these...
What are you talking about?
I don't know. Many visitors are surprised to find Mount Rushmore appears smaller in person.
Yeah, like everything you see on the internet.
I don't know, man.
The whole thing.
Bet you Jesus looks pretty fucking big. What about those the baths that you went to in Lourdes?
It's that's not World Wonder status. It's a naturally occurring spring that they've just built a little town around.
But the baths heal people. That seems pretty... Do you know how it works?
What do you mean? How it heals people?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not convinced
Seems
it does.
Like a
Here's the
wonder.
thing. Well, the thing. So we're talking about Lourdes in France, and there's a spring there. If you're a Catholic, and you'll be familiar with this, Our Lady of Lourdes. And the idea is that if you bathe in the waters of this spring, you will be healed of your illness. Because the story goes that she appeared to some children, and they dug in the ground where she specified, and it created this spring. And
sounds pretty wonderful.
To its credit, there are many, many documented cases of miraculous recoveries going into it. Here's the thing. Millions of people go through it every year. Statistically, you're going to get a few miraculous recoveries.
True.
That's where the wrench... What about... The problem is they don't account for the millions of people that went through and then just died on the train ride home.
They weren't believing hard enough. They weren't bathing hard enough.
That was the issue.
I think also the fact that, like, if you're a true believer and you go to these, like, it's a holy land of... or whatever. It's a big deal. You now have that, like, spirit within you to fight this.
Yeah.
And mind over matter kind of matters a lot.
That's very true. The placebo
effect of
cannot
Jesus
be written off.
That's got to be
pretty strong.
Can you get a better placebo?
That's true.
That's actually
Jesus,
the best placebo ever.
Than Jesus healing
you. Are immortal, child.
The ultimate placebo.
Let's fucking go. Like, I feel great. Super placebo.
That's a good point. It's the ultimate placebo, the baths at Lourdes. I still don't think it's World Wonder level.
All right. We're brushing over an hour now, so we do kind of have to rein in our World Wonder decisions.
Let's do this. Let's do a Google. Say Google coolest man-made structures current.
Pyramids of Giza.
Oh, dude, it's listed.
Most of the
it's listed a lot of the
Easter Island, Eiffel Tower, Big Ben, Hoover Dam. That's pretty cool.
Hoover Dam's pretty cool,
and we use that thing.
Hot damn.
I
do like the Hoover Dam. It's pretty impressive.
But it's so not World Wonder worthy.
I don't know, dude. When you go there, that picture doesn't do it justice. It is ginormous.
I haven't seen it in person.
It is.
Where is it?
Huge. I think
Nevada.
Yeah. I went there. It's mind-blowingly big. Like, cars are driving across the top of that thing. This photo is not doing it.
Yeah, it's like a fucking bridge.
Yeah. Well, no, it's a dam.
It's also a bridge.
No, a bridge.
I saw Fast and Furious. It's basically a bridge.
No, a bridge goes over something. This does not.
I mean, it's kind of going over.
It's a dam, dude.
A bridge goes across something.
Sure. What do you mean?
I don't think going over and across necessarily.
No, a bridge goes over something. A crosswalk is not a bridge, and that goes across something.
It's true, but it typically implies that you're going... There's water flowing through this.
A very, very small amount. I'm saying it's a dam. It's something very specific, distinct from a bridge.
It's a dam, so you can drive over all dams.
I just drove over the Hoover Bridge. People be like, what the fuck? It's not a bridge.
Is the Hoover Dam a bridge? Oh, the Hoover Dam bypass. The bridge was first concrete. It's a bridge, brother.
That's not a bridge.
Why did they build a bridge over the Hoover Dam? The Hoover Dam bypass bridge. Oh my god.
No, dude. People know. Oh wait, that's a separate bridge, so you don't have to take the Hoover Dam. Get the fuck out of here. That is not. Look at this. That is a bridge. It's a separate bridge.
Fuck. 15,000 feet downstream
of the Hoover Dam.
1,500 feet, sorry.
All right, I'm down to put the Hoover Dam in there.
Sweet.
I like it.
Love the dam. And yeah, it's in a bunch of movies. Don't they have the Transformers hidden in there?
Yeah, Transformers. I remember it from like Dude Perfect does some shots off it. That's the story.
Oh, so they're just slutting this thing out.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty sweet.
All right, so I think we need one more.
We need one more.
Eiffel Tower is pretty sweet.
Eiffel Tower. I think that's a very good one.
I've been there. It's pretty cool.
Me too. And dude, even I didn't get to go to the top. It was closed when I was there, but I did go up to like that first level. And even there, you're like, God damn, it goes higher than this. Like it's so high
Eiffel
up.
Tower. We also kind of forgot about our boys out in the Vatican. Those are pretty sweet. Have you ever been?
I've never been to the Vatican.
Oh, Vatican is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just the art is pretty nuts, and it's just like similarly huge.
That is pretty sweet,
dude.
It's
cool, and it's its own country.
Way cooler than Machu Picchu.
Yeah.
I know we're shitting on Machu Picchu. I have nothing against it.
But then you see this shit, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, fuck, that's pretty sweet.
It is. I kind of forgot about this guy. Let's just see inside the Vatican. Oh, and you can also fucking fly a helicopter inside the Vatican. It's that big. It's like
they've done it?
I don't think they did it.
Is that not a tested idea?
In the Vatican. I remember that's like something they talk about a lot. They're like, oh, it's...
Dude, they would have a photo. No way you fly the helicopter in the Vatican and don't take...
No, they didn't do it, but it's big enough
to give you an idea.
Fit it. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like that Duomo. I don't know. It was pretty cool. The Duomo was pretty cool. So nice. That one or Eiffel Tower.
So we've got islands, Hoover Dam, Eiffel Tower to replace Machu Picchu, Chichen Itza, and Petra.
Yes.
That's our new list.
And then I'd like the Vatican as our alternate.
Yeah, alternate is the Vatican. He goes in that same category with Pyramids of Giza. Exactly. Honorary mention.
Honorable mention. Cool.
Nice,
right,
dude.
I think we solved it. Way better.
Dude, we've got a way better list.
Yeah, and I'm glad Jesus stuck around.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, without Call of Duty, that doesn't win it for me. So,
well, dude, I was trying not to be biased, being raised Catholic. I didn't want to vote for him just because he's Jesus.
I was raised Catholic, and that was leaning way less than
you were raised Catholic.
I went to Catholic. UConn was my. Oh no, I just doxed myself. I went to Catholic school.
You're the Brian Farrell from UConn. Fuck, dude.
Until college, like I was raised pretty Catholic, brother. It wasn't mean I was like the best.
Dude, the bare minimum was church on Sunday, right?
We went sometimes.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I got confirmed. I got my name and everything. Wow. You know, like I did the shits. Mm-hmm. Catholic school, bro. That was basically church every day. I'm more Catholic than like a lot of other people.
Yeah, than people that are not Catholic. I would agree. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Sure. But I was raised Catholic.
That's fair. If your point is you're more Catholic than some other people, I agree.
I mean, I have done most of the things. When was the last time you went to church on Sunday?
Long time ago. Well, I don't say I'm still. I said raised.
I also would say I was raised not as... sorry, not everyone is as devout as... You guys had nuns in the kitchen.
Get on my level.
Exactly.
Like a real Catholic, we had nuns
in
the kitchen.
The modern Catholic American family was going to church when they could.
Well, they could every weekend when they wanted to.
We were busy. We had a lot of obligations.
That's what I mean. When church falls below shopping, that's not a.
I didn't ever want to go to church. That's on my parents.
Yeah, I didn't love it either. If I was honest.
So I mean, I think my parents definitely sending us to Catholic school was like they're getting Catholic education.
Like, if they like it, I mean, they'll figure it out.
Catholic school was kind of being raised Catholic enough. Like they taught us. I remember we'd like learn religion, like whenever we'd learn about other religions, it was very much like the history of these other religions, and it was good to learn that.
Yeah.
And then when they'd get to our religion, they'd be like, and then here are the facts, and here's the real.
Now that we've covered that other shit, here's the real deal.
Like, wait, what? Where's our history? There's no history. This is the law.
You seen Christ the Redeemer? Still don't believe?
95 feet tall.
95 feet tall. They're thinking of adding swings to his hands.
Let's see how they believe that.
Doing the whole thing.
All right, let's wrap this bitch up.
We gotta do some jokes. This is gonna be. This episode is gonna be a pain to add all those photos. This one has to.
I guess if you just put in one photo of the thing, we don't have to add all.
Yeah, well, I know. But some of them we talked. I gotta add a few. It's fine. I've done it before. Our last one though required very few photos, which was nice.
Nice.
So,
we'll try and keep the photo talk. I was thinking, What if we put this TV here? Would that be?
Or if you just screen record it at the same time.
That wouldn't.
And then it could be a bar at the bottom that I just click to, and it would show literally what you're showing.
Would the TV here be a bad idea?
I think it would look weird. Camera on the TV, you get weird lines.
That's what I was thinking about.
So yeah, but the screen record,
we can edit it in. After the
We'll talk about it after.
I mean, unless you guys chime in.
Chime in if you're an expert on this. Pick two of those.
Please be an expert on this. If you're chiming in, I feel like we can get a lot of non-experts.
Don't read them. Just pick random. Nice.
Don't read them. I can hardly read them. Don't worry. I don't know what that word is.
Which one?
Oh, never mind. I figured it out.
Okay.
This one feels too real.
Some of them are on theme.
Okay. Here's the theme. I don't actually mind being searched by TSA.
Oh, why not?
When you're someone as lonely and touch deprived as me, any physical contact feels good.
Is a win.
Is a win.
Is that a little too close to home? All right.
Too close.
Just added to the list of the 8 wonders of the world, the fact that Brian was ever touched by a woman.
And she was a TSA agent.
And she was a TSA agent.
Sir, what is in your pocket? Nothing. There's a bunch of marbles.
To be fair, the joke says my co-host for that, so it was like if you got it, you could do it.
It could have been anyone.
It could have been. It could have been either of us. Is the point?
I could have read it, both the TSA joke and that about myself.
Yeah, back to back.
Okay. My ex-girlfriend was a bit of a modern-day sphinx.
Oh, interesting.
Yes. She had the heart of a human and the body of a blue whale.
The head of a human.
The heart of a human?
The head.
Okay.
Because it's the Sphinx. Go again.
That one could have been chalked up to handwriting. Take 2. My ex-girlfriend was a bit of a modern-day sphinx.
Oh.
Yes.
How so?
She had the head of a human and the body of a blue whale.
It's a good one.
Beautiful combo.
Do you see how you do like a little trail off on your jokes though?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's your style, but I'm like, the Great Pyramids of Giza have again made the list of the 8 wonders of the world. Yes, even thousands of years later, Big Triangle remains the best humans can do.
It's a big triangle.
It's just a big triangle.
It's a very large triangle.
All right. That's the Moose Lounge. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah.
Damn.
We
got to work on our outro.
Well, dude, or we're very in sync. Depends
outros.
on how you look at it.
Long episode, hour 15.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully you made it through.
If one person that will watch it all the way through. We get like one person each time.
It's definitely someone who like falls asleep in YouTube.
Probably. All right.
Or it's our friends at the other Moose Lounge. We love you. We still talk about you guys.
Yeah, other Moose Lounge.
Please
Watch our video. We put
a lot of effort in that.
We put a lot of effort. It's a hilarious video. You guys never watched.
Please.
Or if they watched and were devastated. If you guys are just listening to this, go to our YouTube page and check out the video we posted. 2 podcasts with the same name. These guys gave us a ton of shit.
Yeah.
And we made what we thought was a great response.
They sent us like 3 notes.
No, you missed out. They emailed us.
They did.
And then a very condescending email. And then they asked their buddies to comment on all our shit, saying that a Moose Lounge already existed and check our emails. They sent the message saying check our emails 4 minutes before they sent the email.
So it was like a planned attack.
Yeah, planned attack.
Didn't really love, but...
Yeah. You know what's funny is our Instagram, one of the guys said, hey, a Moose Lounge already exists, and then followed us. I mean, so he's one of them.
Maybe we should just change our podcast name every week to another podcast.
To another one and just stir up shit each time.
Just swap out this sign. All right, well, yeah, that's the Moose Lounge.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in.
Catch you next week.
Maybe. Oh, we should do a Christmas episode, like a legit Christmas episode.
Yeah.
So let us know what you want to do for that. Even though by the time this is up, Christmas will very likely be
done.
All right, thanks.
Peace. Bye.
Bye.